Hey everyone, it's Robyn from Water Moon Tarot, and I'm coming to you guys today for our card pick of the week. So it's January 26th, and this is going to be good until February 2nd. So I shuffled the cards, and I'm going to keep with the same format as last week, only I really just focused on love and money, since those are like basically the two subjects that we were most interested in. You know, of course, love and money, who could go wrong? But yeah, so I picked like 3 sets of cards because the love portion of the cards that I received were so interesting that I wanted to know more. So I actually picked 3 sets of cards. And the first 2 cards that came out were the 9 of Cups. So I don't know if you can see, but it looks like kind of like a celebration, and it's cups, so it's emotions, and it's the 9. So there's a lot of emotions there, and the 9 of Cups is generally, especially when it's upright like this, a lot of positive emotions. So there could be a surplus right now of happiness and positive emotions. There could be a surplus right now of enjoying ourselves and having celebrations of some kind, or just a general feeling of real happiness. At the same time, though, this was accompanied by the King of Cups in reverse. So my feeling is that this is 2 different people, because there's a surplus of emotions here, and there's the King of Cups, who's basically, the King of Cups is very at one with his emotions. He's very emotionally balanced. He's very emotionally expressive. He's very emotionally everything. So when it's in reverse, there's somebody here that's non-emotional, whereas this person has like a lot of emotions. So there's kind of like a disparity here between these 2 sets of people. There's somebody who is extremely emotional, extremely sensitive, positive, and all the rest of it. And then there's this person who's kind of like, non-emotional, or has some sort of like block when it comes to their emotions. So of course I wanted to know more. I wanted to know more about the situation, so I picked another set of cards. And I got Temperance in reverse. Now, we've gotten Temperance before, so that's about being patient and planting the seed, and waiting for things to grow and to develop. But in this case, we got it in reverse, so there is an impatience, and there is there's a lack of, the feeling that we're planting the seed and something is going to grow after. We're kind of feeling like, is this like going anywhere? I don't know. And with that, we got the 2 of Cups, which is extremely a positive card. And we can take it 2 ways, of course, because of course it is a general reading. If you would like a personal reading, you can always contact me, so that we could do a full spread and see all the cards that are surrounding and really get to the bottom of what's going on. But here is like a lack of patience, and here is the 2 of Cups, which is generally a positive card for love. Look at the 2. They're looking in the mirror at their reflection, and it's the other person. So we can take it in 2 ways. We can say we're lacking patience, we want something to develop quicker, but at the same time there's something good there. And and we should have a bit more patience. You know, we always want things to happen now, but there's probably a reason why it's taking, you know, and if we use the other cards as an example, you know, one of you can be an extremely emotional person, extremely expressive person, you know, very comfortable with your emotions, and the other person is not. So that might take some more time, you know, and some more patience to, you know, work through. But in general, I'm seeing that, you know, it is quite a good match. At the same time, the Two of Cups, I always feel, is an opposites card. We talked about opposites in astrology, and opposites are very different, but they complete each other in a different, you know, in a certain way. So the over emotional person and the not so emotional person create a type of balance, but it's very different from yourself. So it's hard to, you know, it's hard to be patient sometimes with that. So that was my reading for love, which I found really, really interesting. And then for money, I got these cards too, which I found really cool. I got the Two of Swords. So as you can see in the picture, there's a woman and she's blindfolded and she has two swords. And this card is usually taken as indecision, or that there's two courses of action that we're having a trouble, you know, that we're having trouble deciding on. It's kind of like a feeling stuck within a decision. And with that, I got the Seven of Pentacles. So as you can see from this card, there's two people over here that kind of look like afraid. They're kind of like hiding. And here's like the beautiful unicorn, which I always take as something different, something creative, something out of the norm. So my feeling with the two cards, and if we're talking about money and work, then I think that some of us are thinking about making a transition into work that's different than what we've been doing before. And I think some of us are thinking about making the transition to a type of work that isn't necessarily generally what we would usually be doing. So it would be something completely different. Look at the unicorn. It is definitely different, and it could be creative, or it could be just something completely out of the ordinary, you know, and we're kind of like afraid of that, you know, creative type potential. And the Seven of Pentacles is also saying, you know, that it's kind of unstable, like the finances having to do with that, you know, we would be going out on a limb. So we could be afraid of that, making that decision to do something, you know, outside the box, which, you know, the money situation might not necessarily be, you know, I mean, nothing's a guarantee, but it would take time, and it's a kind of like maybe, you know. So so we're having a difficulty making that decision. And also there's two people here, so we could be thinking about maybe partnering up with someone to do this project, to do this different type of work as kind of like a partner. And both of you are kind of feeling like, oh, I don't know, will we be able to, you know, like make money out of this? Will we have to invest a lot of money, you know, in order to make it work? Is it gonna work? So it's really, I think it's between the balance of like the stability, or, you know, that passion, that creativity, that's something different, that's something exciting, and we're having trouble, you know, deciding on which one. And the money is a definite criteria that, you know, we're worried about within that situation. So that's our reading for this week. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Like, follow, share, subscribe. Check out my new YouTube channel, Water Moon Tarot. Subscribe there. I'm also on Instagram, water_moon_tarot. And that's it. So have an amazing weekend. It's Saturday. I love Saturday. Enjoy your time, and I'll see you back soon. Bye-bye.